To continue where I left off, on March 15, 2006, I had a violation of probation merits hearing in front of Judge Brian Grierson. My three witnesses, my elder friend, the manager of the Grange, and my mother, were all there, as well as Kristen and David. Grierson sequestered everybody who would be testifying from the courtroom while Kristen and I testified. It was obvious she was lying, especially when her story kept changing and didn't match her statement, and when she couldn't and didn't answer questions, and she was smiling and her face was turning red and she was just like, funny. The judge was letting her do it and get away with it. My testimony was solid and without hesitation. After she and I were done testifying, Grierson decided to continue the hearing. What sense did it make for him to sequester everybody from the courtroom if he was just going to continue the hearing? Everybody who remained in the courtroom could then tell those outside the courtroom what had transpired, even order transcripts. It was only done to mess with my witness's testimony by letting more time pass. I had my public defender, Richard Hessler, recuse himself because I didn't like his representation of me when I took the initial deal in July 2005 or during the violation of probation hearing. He even tried to get me to plead guilty to one of the violations, and the state would just clarify my conditions. There was a hearing on July 7, 2006, my 29th birthday, where he recused himself, and at the hearing he admitted that my concerns about his representation of me at that time and when I took the initial deal in 2005 were appropriate, my concerns being that he was ineffective and wasn't doing what he could. He also mentioned how David Ballard was supposed to be called as a hostile witness. However, this hearing is missing from court record. It happened on my birthday, but it's missing from court record. Figure that one out. Where he admitted, Mr. Foyer's concerns about my representation of him now and then are appropriate, meaning he was ineffective the whole time. He didn't do anything, and the state changed public defenders on me like 3 times. He was my 4th public defender. What other choice did I have? I was given Kathy Strom as my new counsel. At a status conference around August 2006, I asked her if we were still calling David as a hostile witness, and she said that we were. On October 6, 2006, we had the final hearing, and I had my 3 witnesses there, but I didn't see David anywhere. I asked Kathy. I thought we were calling David as a hostile witness, but all she did was give me this stupid look on her face. I didn't care. I just wanted to get it over with because my 3 witnesses were there again, and I didn't see how the court could or would violate me after Kristen's faulty testimony, or rather, perjury. I later learned that Kathy had represented Ashley when she lost custody of our daughter for assaulting every member of her family twice in June of 2003. At the end of the hearing, Grierson ruled that he found I did nothing but remove myself from the Legion on December 2, 2005. He said that there was no evidence that I had an awareness of Kristen's presence at the Grange on January 31, 2006, but that there was evidence to show I had an awareness of her presence on December 27, 2005, the day Kristen filed her really malicious report. He just mixed up January 31st and December 27th on purpose as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't have self-reported January 31st to Suzanne on February 1st if I had no awareness of Kristen's presence that day. But she didn't file anything that they needed to cover up regarding January 31st. All Suzanne did was sit on an addendum of my self-report and smile that they got away with it. All Grierson's idiot ruling did was encourage Kristen, a lying, stalking, conspiring psychopath, to lie some more in the future. His idiot ruling was like saying, okay, so Kristen lied on December 2nd, 2005, but she was telling the truth when she went somewhere she had never been on December 27th, 2005. All Suzanne and the court wanted to do was make things more confusing and cover up the false reports, since after the first one on December 2nd, 2005, I was more of a victim than Kristen because I gave no consent to her falsely accusing me or stalking me. Shortly after Grierson wrongfully violated me, Brian Rooney ran into Michelle Gardner-Quinn, and it was buried in the free press how Grierson had Rooney in front of him for restraining orders from a couple of girls, and he thought Rooney looked like a nice guy. So he thought Rooney was a nice guy, and Kristen was telling the truth. He should not be on the bench at all. To be continued.